Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library and I have a box of kids books, but I'm going to start out with two teen books because we don't have enough for a teen video and I don't want these ones to just have to sit and wait. I really want them out on the shelf. So we have The Forest Hills Bootleg Society, which is a graphic novel by Dave Baker and Nicole Goux, sort of a black and white blue tricolor thing going on, um about friends who have a plan and it tests their relationships. They're trying to sell bootleg anime DVDs. And this is a really big one, Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus. I am a big fan of these books. Our first one was One of Us is Lying, but she just keeps coming out with them and they are just really good, solid mysteries. So we're on to kids books now. This is kind of fun. Blast from the Past. We have Bunnicula, but now it is a graphic novel. This was like a hugely popular book when I was a kid. So it's by James Howe, and it is, I assume, oh no, co-written by Andrew Donkin, and then illustrated by Stephen Gilpin. I'm really glad. I just thought this was such a great story. I think it's nice to share it with kids in a new format. Uh, Narwhalicorn and Jelly by Ben Clayton. This is a very, very fun series. I find personally that this series works really well, both as read alouds, like they're just super fun as sort of like picture books for a bunch of ages. They're silly enough. I think they really appeal to like older and younger kids, and then they're really great for kids who are starting to learn how to read and want something they can read on their own. Okay, we have Maggie Sparks and the Monster Baby. Oh my gosh, it says Maggie Sparks does not want a baby brother, but she's a witch. And so she's trying to win her parents back from the monster baby. This is like a beginning chapter book, with some illustrations. It looks like a fair amount of illustrations. I really like that. I find when kids first starting to read, very helpful to have lots of illustrations mixed in with the words. We have a new Svetlana Chmakova. Sorry, I don't know. I've always pronounced her name fine in the past, so I think this is just me today. And da da da. So this is a very popular series. The first ones were Awkward, Brave, Crush, and now we have Enemies. Really big one. My son read the first one last year and then basically asked me on a weekly basis when the sequel was coming out. It's finally here. He's actually already read it because I got him a copy and then he just read it in like a night. And so yeah, and I actually read this too. I haven't had a lot of time recently to read middle grade fiction, but because he loved it so much, I read it too, and I really enjoyed it. It's by B.B. Alston. Sort of a magic take on a magic school thing, but I think well worth, even if you sort of like are over magic schools, well worth looking at this one. Mapmaker by Lisa Moore Ramee. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look, they're all riding on the back of a dragon. Um, so Walt and his family moved to Blackbird Bay. He thinks it's boring, blah blah blah. Oh, he has a world he's created where he's made the map of that world and then his map comes to life. Oh, so fun. We have The Secret Letters, Mysteries of Trash and Treasure by Margaret Peterson Haddix. Oh, so Margaret Peterson Haddix is a staple of like kids chapter books, and she's been writing forever. This book got really good reviews, so it sounds like she is still kicking it. And it's about a boy who finds a shoebox full of letters in a stranger's attic, and he knows he should throw them away, but instead he decides to try to find out what really happened. Oh, another longtime staple of kids literature. This is Kevin Henkes' Oh Sal. I just love his illustrations. I love somehow they're very simple and very emotionally evocative. So this is actually he does write a lot of picture books, but this is a chapter book, and it sounds like maybe on the younger, for younger kids, maybe good as a read aloud. And it is about a girl named Sal Miller. Eric Walters, Bear in the Family. I love this. This is like a very just light kids beginning chapter book. It's illustrated by Olga Baranova. And oh my gosh, it's about a wildfire, a girl who's forced to evacuate with her family from a wildfire, and they end up rescuing a bear cub. Perfect timing for this seasonal book. I'm a Little Pumpkin, yay! It's by Hannah Elliott and illustrated by Anna Davis Court. Super cute. Oh, look at this. Okay, another graphic novel. Everything's coming out of order, but whatever, we can handle it. So this is a graphic novel called Invisible by Christina Diaz Gonzalez and Gabriela Epstein. And it looks like maybe it takes place in a middle school or even a high school. Does it say? Um, so it's about kids who all have to complete community service hours. And even though they have nothing in common, people see them as alike because they all speak Spanish, and then they meet someone who really needs their help. We have a Bluey book. This is called At Home with the Healers. If anybody has kids or even is just a who likes cartoons, Bluey is like the sweetest show ever. My kids love it so much. And so now we got a chapter book, or not a chapter book, a board book to go with the show. Let's see. It looks like we have maybe four more books. We have Hiders, Seekers, Finders, Keepers, How Animals Adapt to Winter. This is one of my favorite subjects. I can never get enough of books about like what's going on underground and where animals sleep and different creatures' homes. Oops, I skipped. Um, I just love that kind of thing. Oh no, my pile of books is falling. Okay. I'm a Unicorn by Helen Yoon. Not a unicorn. So this, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this is about a cow that thinks it's a unicorn because it only has one horn. More serious. No, not really that serious. This is called Physics for Kids, and it's science experiments and activities inspired by awesome physicists, past and present. It's from the Kitchen Pantry Scientist series. It's a good concept. What science can you do from your kitchen pantry? And last of all, we ended up with a big one for the last book. It is the new book by Ian Falconer. Oh my gosh, he's like so famous, they don't even have his name on the front cover. And he is the creator of the Olivia books. And now he has this new book called Two Dogs. They look like really ridiculous dogs. And yeah, I think a lot of people are going to want this one because I know there are a lot of Olivia fans out there. Oh, here's my thoughts. I'll be back with more.